everyone. Today is Tuesday, October 12th, and you are watching Discern with Jim Dennison. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jess. Good to be with you today.
Yes, good to be with you as well. Today, we're going to be talking about the rise we have seen in delayed and canceled flights, specifically in reference to Southwest Airlines. And so this is from CNN. The long weekend got a bit longer for Southwest customers after the airline canceled more than 2,000 flights Friday through Sunday. The world's largest low-cost carrier canceled 3 of every 10 departures it had scheduled on Sunday, and the disruption continued into Monday, with 337 flights, or about 1 in 10, canceled so far, according to the aviation tracking website FlightAware. It's a busy travel weekend as Monday is a federal holiday. Southwest canceled flights stranded thousands of passengers across the country. Well, I recently flew on Southwest, and thankfully my flight was all good, no cancellations or delays. But anytime I go to the airport and I look around at all the people that are there, there's millions of people that fly every day. I love to people watch and just imagine where everyone's going, who they're going to see. And, there's a lot of reasons why people need to fly, need to get on an airplane, whether it's business or whether they're visiting a sick family member or they're trying to celebrate something. It seems to me that people fly to build or maintain some type of personal connection. And so people spend a lot of time and money and energy just to get on a plane. And so we can just see from just the millions of people who are flying on a daily basis that we place a high value on these personal connections, whether we see it that way or not. We do. And so I want to know, Jim, why are we driven by personal connection with others?
No, I think that's a perceptive question, especially in this day of Zoom, right? As we discovered out of the pandemic, there's really virtually nothing we can't do online, as opposed to getting on an airplane and flying someplace, renting a car, whatever it has to do, except that we really want to be with each other. There's just a God-shaped desire to do that. God made us to love Him and to love our neighbor. We're made with what's called a signal of transcendence, as Peter Berger would say, a desire for something more than ourselves, to be more than we are and to know more than we do, and to be something beyond ourselves. And we're just made for each other. You remember in the book of Genesis, the Lord said, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper fit for him." God made us for each other. And the millions of people that fly, as you see every day, are in one way proof of that we really do want, crave, need the kind of personal kind of connections and communion with one another that flying provides. Even if our flights get canceled, even if we put up with all the hassles of flying these days, it really does show that we're made by God to need Him and to need one another as well.
The Bible is pretty clear that community has always been woven into the fabric of creation. God told Adam that it wasn't good to be alone. God lives in community. And so, I think for me, I didn't realize that the lack of community would have such strong negative effects than during COVID. And so, Jim, I would love to know just like your thoughts, and can you answer this question of how important is it for us as Christians to have a strong community or be well connected to other believers?
Yeah, it's a great question because we live in a culture that really doesn't understand that question at all, right? We have to understand, I think, and really affirm what you're talking about today, Jess, because the culture we live in says just the opposite. All the way back to Socrates, 3 centuries before Christ, who said, "Know thyself is the pathway to knowledge." Not know God, not know other people, not know revelation. It's all about you. And from then till now, what's known as existentialism has been a theme of Western culture, this idea that it's all about you, that the world centers in you, that you are the pathway to knowledge and to fulfillment. All the way up to today, there's what's called a replacement ideology that says that personal authenticity is the pathway to flourishing. And anything that disagrees has to be replaced, whether that's religious viewpoint or anything else, because it's all about you. Well, the Lord comes along to say, in contrast to that really you're made for Him and for each other. Every image of the church in the New Testament is a collective image, a body with many parts, a vine with many branches. There are no solos in the book of Revelation. And so really the takeaway for us today, the practical question would be to ask, where are you in community? With whom are you being honest and transparent? Who's being honest and transparent with you? Is anyone asking you hard questions? Are you asking anyone else hard questions? Is there someone that is praying for you on a deep level of personal need? Are you praying for somebody else at that place? Take the coal out of the fire and it goes out. Keep it connected to the coals and it stays lit. Who are your coals? Don't let the culture pull you away from the community you were made to need. Even if you have to get on an airplane to go get to that community, find that community and be in that family that God intends for you today.
Absolutely, Jim. I agree that we need to have those people in our lives who it is a reciprocated relationship. They are asking us hard questions and caring for us, and we are doing the same with them. And I would also take it a step further and be praying about people who maybe aren't in your immediate friend groups, maybe people at church or friends of friends who you just know maybe aren't living in community or who have vocalized that they're looking for a place to belong or are in need of friendships, and just, yeah, invite them in. I have felt that conviction weighing very heavily on my heart to be on the lookout for people who might not be in community. And so I think that is a great place to leave us, Jim. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back here tomorrow with more news. Bye, guys.